Welcome to Hedgebeck's Features. This is where we gather insights from high-performance executives who are leading by example. And today we are featuring Connie Barrett, who has founded a childcare business and has taken to that business to £1 million level. Welcome, Connie. It's an absolute pleasure to have you with us, and I'm so looking forward to listening to your journey, your inspirational story, which I'm sure will inspire many people out there. So tell me a little bit about your business and introduce it to us.
Okay, my business is called Kids in Charge, Making a Choice for a Better Future.
Right.
And we've been operational for the last 12 years.
Okay.
And essentially we do breakfast after school holiday clubs and nurseries.
Right. Okay, and how many setups do you have?
To date we have 10 different settings.
Okay.
We're about to add 2 more in September.
Okay, brilliant. Yeah. What events or influences from your childhood have shaped you into the person that you are today? Who's Connie Barrett?
Who's Connie Barrett? As a child, I was in care,
mm-hmm.
and I went into care under very difficult circumstances. Very sort of family breakup was very rough, and I'd had a lot of domestic abuse in my family home. So just one day I came home and I was shipped off to foster parents, and I had a younger brother that was with me, so I always had to be very strong for him. And the two of us, we moved from one children's home to another children's home, never being anywhere for more than 2 years. So I did go back home for a little while and then found that I was back in care and I had been in an abusive situation as well. So the abuse was in the home as well, so that and I remember my father was married to a woman who didn't like us either. So I remember one day coming home from my secondary school, because we'd gone to live with my dad for a little while, and all my things, my brother and I, all our stuff was in the front garden coming home with our friends. Even our beds were in the front garden. And I remember that day thinking that I need to be able to protect myself. I need to have a space one day where I don't have to put up with these sorts of things.
So you set up the business in 2007, right?
Yeah.
And you were working at that time?
I was.
So what made you start or get into the business? So you had a proper job, full-time job. So tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, I was a teacher. So I had managed to do my degree.
Yes.
Got married by this time because I was a single parent before when I was doing my degree. I had my last child, and I had wanted...
So your fifth child was...
My fifth child was born by then, and I just decided that I wanted more for myself, because being a teacher, you just don't have any time for yourself. Mm-hmm. And I thought I wanted to be able to just... If this was my last child, I wanted to be able to have some time to spend with her. So that was the idea. I think when you want to do something, that which you're after, if you put it out there, it starts to come towards you. So I had met a lady and she wanted to do childcare.
Mm-hmm.
And she told me that there was a letter going out from the council in the local paper. It would be coming out soon, and that you could apply to get a grant. And it would be the last grant that they were giving in the borough. And her and I didn't end up doing business together. So I looked for it in the local paper,
mm-hmm.
and it came up. And I worked every day after work, because I'd gone back to work after having my little girl. It was really difficult. And I worked every night, 10 till 2 a.m. to put together this proposal that you had to put together. I didn't know what I was doing. I did all the research, the statistics and everything, and I put it all together. And I sent it. It was October. By December, I hadn't heard anything.
Right.
So I thought I'll phone them up and I'll find out, what I could have done better. So next time I can do it better next time and just get some feedback.
Mm-hmm.
So I called them and they said, I called the borough and they said, oh, Constantia Barrett. Mm-hmm. Oh, we meant to call you. We're giving you the money. And I was like, what, me?
That's
Constantia Barrett. And they said, yeah, we're really sorry we forgot to call you. And they gave me a grant of £50,000.
Perfect Christmas gift. 35,000, you said?
50,000.
50,000. Brilliant.
50,000. Okay. Well, the why was really because I wanted to provide childcare that would have parents be relaxed and feel safe. So childcare that you could trust, And also, I wanted it to be a place where children felt safe.
Yep.
And they were not just a number in a huge room, but there was a space for them, that there were people that were specific for them, key people that was for them. And also that it was a place of learning, not just a place of running from one end to the other end.
Okay. So tell us a little bit more about the business structure. So obviously 2007 you started, and how the journey has been, so the size of the team, the locations, just give us some granularity around the business.
We started with pilots, 2 pilots, and we had, well, I was the staff and there was 2 others basically, and then we did the second pilot. So there's 3 staff, so there were 6 of us. And just gradually then we added on the after school club, just 1. And then I went into the schools and started to talk to the governors, and I was able to then have 3 after school clubs. And then we started the holiday club.
Yep.
And the holiday club, a good day was like 12. Now a good day is sort of 60, 70.
So busy, packed.
It is packed. We now have 3 holiday clubs. We have 3 standalone breakfast clubs. Then we have 5 breakfast and after school clubs. So
brilliant. Okay.
Yeah.
And how many team members do you have, Connie?
Our main core is about 60 because it's a 1-to-8 ratio. So.
And I think for people who are listening into this, one has to really imagine the complexity which is involved. Making sure that the quality is being delivered, the love and care and consistency, safety, as you're saying, right? So again, managing the activities of the team. So if one starts just imagining the complexity that you're dealing with is immense. And again, the certifications, the standards. And again, you guys are at the top level, and you command that respect and presence in the areas where you are. Yeah, outstanding. Absolutely. So Connie, I will be talking about the challenges in the business and how you've come to this level. But just think about the entire life so far, right? So business, personal, and think about that one moment where the odds were stacked up against you, but then you overcame them and succeeded.
Okay, so more recently, I have overcome cancer. I was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2017, July. The business was in a good place. I'd just taken on my first operations manager, and I thought I'm going to have an opportunity to sort of move the business on and not have to work in the business as much, and to start to grow the business at a greater speed. 2 weeks after she started, then I was diagnosed with breast cancer. And
how can you ever be prepared for something like that?
I'd had this lump for a while, but they were testing it and they always said it's nothing, and so it had gone smaller, and then I just noticed that I'd started to have a bit of pain, and so maybe it was a year ago that I'd had any look at it. And I went to have it tested. I was there. I almost didn't go for the results because I just thought it's going to be nothing again. I'm wasting my time. And then they said it's cancer.
And what stage was that?
Stage 4. I just wanted to run. I was so scared. And I just felt really isolated from my family. And they were getting on with life, and I was just upstairs going, because chemo is like this 3-week cycle. So 1 week you're just totally washed out. The next week it's a little bit better. Then you feel better, then they do it again. And it just, 6 times of doing that. And during that time, I lost one of the businesses as well. One of the head teachers just decided that they were taking us out of the school. It really hit me, especially the amount of work that we put in to them. So we lost 160,000 off the books like that. But it never made a difference, Shweta.
It's a small thing in the whole scheme of things.
Never made a difference.
So how are you today as we speak here? What's the situation?
Well, I haven't been given the cancer free, but I'm happier. Back in my business, I did a lot of visualization. Throughout cancer, I still made sure that I attended to my business 3 days a week.
Connie, I actually want to just emphasize on this because what I like about you the most, what I admire about you the most, just letting you know, is that you show up. Seriously, you show up. And there's so many reasons and excuses where someone can easily say, you could have easily said, saying, that's it, I'm just going under the duvet and I can't deal with anything and business is the last thing or family is the last thing, but you just showed up for as much as you could. And that's commendable. That's absolutely commendable. So hats off to you.
Thank you.
In terms of the business and taking the business to this level, and let me just remind you, because you might have forgotten, that 1 million is not a small thing. You know that, right? I always talk about this.
Yeah.
It's like a special club. Now, there are many reasons why people are not able to cross 1 million, which we can discuss some other day, but it's really a special club of million plus. And again, based on the research, you know that nearly, I would say 4% of the businesses are ever able to cross that mark, right? It's a proper full-fledged research that has happened. Now, you're in that special club, and crossing that threshold, that barrier, is a big deal. Yeah. So doing that, and it's not easy, absolutely not easy. So doing that, what are some of the top challenges that you faced for yourself?
Keeping focused. Being the person that I need to be to lead. Growing myself, I think, has been a major achievement, a challenge and achievement, to grow, to be the person that I need to be able to lead the way I need to lead. Staff, working with people. Being honest about my my capacities, you know, like overdoing it, taking on more than I can really cope with.
So tell me, what's the best advice that you've got?
What gets measured gets done.
Right. That sounds very
Perfect
familiar.
is the killer of good. Oh my gosh, I say that every day. Yeah, what gets measured gets done.
What gets measured gets done and gets managed. Yeah. Perfection is an enemy of good.
Yeah.
And good is good.
Good is good enough.
Yeah,
That's what
exactly
you taught
that.
me.
Perfect. Good. So, all right. So tell me, what is the most important advice that you would give to a business owner to stay focused the way you are?
Plan. Make a plan. Revisit your plan. Speak about your plan. And work your plan.
So the other question, so tell me, what has been your best team management strategy that you've applied in your business?
Best team management strategy, I think, has got to be the line meetings for me, definitely. So a line meeting is weekly, bi-weekly meeting with those people that you're line managing. So it really gives your leaders opportunity to speak with you in a focused way, that you can also get ideas from them, that they can feel that they're part of the process and that they also own the business, which has been really really powerful. And also probably the goal sheets, like having goals and targets.
So for each of the team members, the key team players, and it's all written down.
Yes.
Is it kind of broken at annual basis, quarterly, monthly? How do you operate?
We do quarterly and weekly within those quarters, and
every week it's being monitored.
Yeah, and they're moving those things into their line meetings so that they're keeping sharp on what they're supposed to be doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good, very good. So, Connie, what has been your top marketing strategy? Talking about your marketer, I know she's relatively new in the business, but overall, what has been your top marketing strategy?
Google Ads.
Google Ads?
Yeah, Google Ads, and working with the gentleman that we work with, who is amazing.
Yeah. And you didn't know about this, right? I know that. A few years back, you were like, you had no idea how to go about this. And it's about saying, okay, let's bring it on. Let's just learn how to go about it. And you learned it. Not that you're technically kind of an expert in that, but you got a really good person to work with you.
Yeah. As a business owner, you've just got to be open to learning new things. If you have people around you who know more than you, well, all the better.
Yeah.
You know, and as long as you have the direction in which you want to take the business, then you just make sure that those people are going in the direction that you want to go. And again, measuring, learning what it is that there is to measure, and it's fun.
It's fun,
right? It's fun.
Good. There was something I wanted to ask you actually. Which is the best business book that you've read?
My favourite and first favourite was The E-Myth. I think it just teaches you how to run a business and how to have a business in your mind's eye before you arrive, and to plan to be there so that you're already ready when you arrive.
Okay, so Connie, tell me, if you had a genie granting you 3 wishes, now for the future life, what would be those 3 wishes?
One would be around my family, and that we could all be perfectly happy together.
Okay.
That would definitely be a genie
That's
requirement.
a tough one.
I think I would like to just really be able to be a platform to speak for people who don't have a voice. You know, those young people who think that life is over, and that I could, you know, like when I spoke, that they would be inspired to just say, no, I'm going to do more, and it's not over for me. I'd like the genie to do that for me. And what else would I like? Just to be at peace.
Just to be at peace.
Just to be at peace.
All right, so Connie, now this is the final bit, okay? And this is rapid fire questions, rapid fire. So you have 60 seconds and let's see how many questions we can cover, okay?
Okay.
All right, there you go. So the time starts now, okay? So what's your favorite way to spend a weekend?
So I'll say spa.
Okay. What's your favorite ice cream topping?
Ice cream.
What was the last show you binge watched?
Line of Duty.
What's one thing that can instantly make your day better?
Smile. Somebody smiling.
What's the phone app you use most?
Phone app. I use most my Outlook, probably.
Is there any product that you couldn't live without?
Product I couldn't live without. Perfume.
Oh, okay. Which is your favorite? Quickly.
Dior.
If you could only teach one thing to your children, what would it be?
The end of the road is just a bend in the road unless you fail to turn.
If you found out today was your last day on earth, what would you do?
Run down the road naked? No.
I can trust you to do that. I'll stay with that. Don't come up with any sane answer there. So run down the road naked. No. There you go. It's official. So tell me, how would your 10-year-old self react to what you do today?
How would my 10-year-old self? I'd be very excited, very proud, and want to be a part of Kids in Charge. I'd love Kids in Charge.
How would you define yourself in one word?
Resilient.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, Connie. And thank you so much for showing up, for yourself and for others to share your story and to inspire people who are listening into this today. So thank you so much. And, I love you. You know that, right?
Thank you.
Be your unstoppable self. Be your resilient self, okay? That's what's required of you. Love you so much.